At the start, I think when we were having a team meeting, I asked you, I think it was last night, what would make today a success for you? And I asked you to think into it.
Yes.
And I want to ask you now, we start with Malika. Was it a success?
Yes. It was a huge success. You know, for me, what made it a success was teamwork. Because when you have people who are willing to take their place, who are willing to make a difference, and team up for something that is bigger than us,
Yeah.
when you have that, it makes all the success.
Yeah.
So for me, that is what caused our event to be a success.
Awesome, awesome, wow. So teamwork, that for you,
Yes.
that made it a success for
Yes.
you today.
Yes.
All right, and let's hear from Jamila. Yes.
I was really, well, because I'm into the media,
Yeah.
that is something I was blown away by the platform.
Yes, yes,
You know, it's like we want to connect with the world, we want to connect with each other. And as the circumstances now regarding COVID, we still got that opportunity at Live2Lead 2020 virtual to experience that connection with each other. You know, that was a really, really amazing experience. That the fact is that you can be virtual and still experience what we did. You know, we still had that, and I mean, in the live we are sitting down together, but the interaction sometimes, because you're focusing, because you want to write,
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
virtual, it made it so easy, because we're accustomed to the online platform now.
Right,
Yeah.
So we
yes,
could
yes.
engage, we could, and I think that made it so much more like my voice is being hit in this moment, like something happened, like, you guys heard that? You know, so it's like just
Awesome.
sharing it out immediately,
Yes.
that outflow.
Yes, yes. All right, so we're gonna now, just on a roll,
Yeah.
give me some of your takeaways, your big takeaways from today. All right, just popcorn, you know, yeah, just takeaways.
My big takeaway, or one of my big takeaways, is when Alan said, you know, when you think you're most confident, that's when you're vulnerable.
Yes.
And seeing the power of even sharing things with
Yeah.
others and having that team to reflect back on.
Yes, that was an amazing statement.
Yeah.
Yes. When you think you're most confident,
Yeah.
that's when you're most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, for me, one would be definitely when Katko was sharing about, I think it was a co-worker or someone she knew who was basically questioning her capability to be at that level level
Right.
because of her age.
Yes.
And you know, as a young person, that is something that we're exposed to, that I've been exposed to. Questioning your leadership ability, questioning, you know, but seeing is like how she was able to just basically dust her feet off and continue building because she knew her age didn't define her leadership
Right.
capability.
Yes.
You know, and that really motivated me.
Yes.
That's the age is not the deciding factor.
Right.
You know, so that is one of the
And it's
things.
good. That's huge.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I have another one.
Another
With
one,
Steve.
and I'm coming back to you.
Steve said only one person told him we could go out and be a comedian.
Wow.
And sometimes you just need one person in your corner
Just one person
Yes.
to cheer you
to
on.
cheer you on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's a great takeaway.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And for me too was when Craig Rochelle was sharing about when he launched his Bible app.
Yes.
Yes.
And he never knew the success. He just did it because he had a heart to really
Good.
put this student to empower persons.
Yes.
And then what it is now, and to me, that really was for me, not giving up on your dream or the
Exactly.
desire that God had, the seed
Yes.
God
Yes.
placed in your heart. Do
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
Just plant it.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
see where
Of
where it
course.
goes.
Of
Yes.
course.
Right.
Of course. One
Yeah.
more. Come on. Yes.
Oh gosh. Alright, another one for me is that, again with Steve, on your road to success, you will experience failures,
Yes.
but you have to keep going. As Jamila said, that seed that God has placed in you, don't let it die, but keep going and use those failures to continue to climb until you reach that place.
Awesome. Awesome. All right.
All right.
One more.
And from what Kako was sharing, you know, I really just received, and that is basically just keep dreaming. Keep dreaming, keep your eyes on your dream, and don't allow anybody,
Yeah.
anything to put a cap on that.
Yes.
Awesome.
You know, don't allow it. You dream, you see that, and you go after it.
Yes.
So,
Fantastic. Now, this year, and we've done it for the last few years. We always have something very special for our local audience. Live2Lead Port of Spain is never the same unless we have a power lunch
Yes.
with a leadership panel,
Yes.
Q&A interaction, and if we had last year, we even had an after party. I think I would have done it this year, but the government regulations doesn't allow more than 5 people being together. So you guess what? With this year we had that flavor.
Yes.
Live2Lead 2020 was graced with what I felt was one of the best, most powerful, most awesome virtual power lunch with the leadership panel. And I'm really, really in awe of this whole experience. You were in that experience.
yes.
What was that like for you?
For me, it was like, you know, when you put some popcorn in a pot to pop. That was my experience. We had popcorn.
Yeah.
What happens to the popcorn?
The popcorn, when the heat starts to hit
Yeah.
the pot with the oil,
Yes.
it begins to pop and overflow.
Yeah.
And there
Oh,
was that
wow.
overflow
Yes.
of excitement, overflow
Yes.
of impact
Yes.
of what people were able to receive and just sharing their wow moments. For me, it was like a popcorn experience.
Oh wow.
And just
Awesome.
hearing to persons whose first time was being in the room
Yes.
with
Yes.
us,
Yes.
the level of impact. I believe
Yes.
they had a treat of their lives.
Yes.
You know, as one person told me, she said, before the event started, she wrote on the top of her notepad, and she said that this year is her year for change. And she said when John Maxwell came on and he started speaking, she was like, oh my goodness. That is what, you know, and we got to hear that experience in our room sharing, because
Yes.
if, we may never hear that, but just
Never,
the fact
never,
we
ever.
had that
Yes.
space
Yes.
to hear
Mhm.
the real
Yeah.
experiences that persons had. It's like Malika said,
Yeah.
it's not like the corn in the pot. It
Yeah.
knows when the oil is hot. You don't have to put it on a timer.
Yeah.
It's not a microwave situation. You don't have to put that on a timer from the
Yes.
moment.
Once the hit hit.
Once the heat hits.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that is
Was
what
it?
that's
That's
what
what
we
people
experienced. People
experience.
they came into
Yeah,
our
yeah.
time
Yeah.
and they were ready.
Yeah.
Now I know Live2Lead in and of itself, because coming out of Atlanta, you know, we know
Yeah.
that John C. Maxwell, he never falls short.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, he always exceeds expectations. The stage has been graced by some of the world's best. I know that. Can you imagine now Live2Lead Port of Spain without a power lunch?
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's
Yeah.
become a signature
Yes,
part of the
yes,
event.
yes.
Yeah.
And we do it because we want to serve our audience.